Baby, baby,
First time in a long time, but back like I never left. Taking each day as it comes, you know me, I don't read ahead. Watch me burn down everything, BDE on the TV set. When I'm in control on the road, you can never really know what's up next.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Braden Herrington here with Davie Portman for upNXT, postwrestling.com, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever podcast app, and of course,
Twitch.tv/upNXTpodcast. Hello, Twitch Room.
Hello, Twitch Room. Yes, we are Braden and Davie. We are the BDE. We are upNXT. We are your NXT friends. And, nothing's really been going on anymore.
No, not much really to talk about.
You been up to anything?
Where shall we start tonight? Because should we start with the wedding? Should we start with the releases? Should we start to the impending doom of everything as we know it? Or should we start with a corker of a match, main event, or questionable booking? Like, which order are we doing everything tonight in?
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about in
there
the
is.
world of us here. Yeah, this is an NXT podcast, and it seems like every time we make a joke about someone losing a match, then we should just not stop saying people's names.
Called it. Well, you called it last week.
I feel like we've been
And-
saying the same thing every week, and it keeps happening to certain people. But
And that I quite enjoyed tonight's show, but I did have an anxiety watching it because every time we joked this could be a loser leaves town match, and then you go, oh, but it could.
Yeah, it's probably the name of the episode.
Loser leaves town.
Yeah, so I mean, right off the bat, we'll get to NXT, we'll get to everything, but right off the bat, I mean, you mentioned Bobby Fish being released, but I'm a big fan of Bobby Fish through the years. He was part of Undisputed Era, man. Like, pour one out for Bobby Fish. Yeah,
Red Dragon.
But there's someone who's a bit bigger on my list.
Yes.
The elephant in the room here.
Yeah.
This is some big breaking news.
Yeah, we've been waiting for the return, and unfortunately, It never came. But to us, he'll always be the finest.
That's right. Kona Reeves.
Kona Reeves has gone
by WWE. So, all I know is we never got to see that character make its return, to come back, and I know he was working hard and like doing all this stuff he was injured.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, that is kind of the biggest shock. If you listen to this show, from years of this show, we've talked about this dude, and we've been in this dude's corner. We are Team Kona here. So, he's gone. So maybe we'll see him somewhere else.
So what I think we're saying is,
what I'm trying to say,
best match ever, Kona Reeves. Let's do it.
What I'm saying is, he's got a 30-day complete cause. Maybe after those 30 days, he'll be interested in talking to people. That's all I can say about that.
Okay.
That's all I can say about that. But pour one out for the finest. You know we love that. I can't wait to see the Samoan drop? No, the Hawaiian drop. In AEW. That's it. Kona. He's got to change his name, I think. I don't think it's his real name.
Is he Noah?
Noah.
Is his name
Noah
Noah?
Reeves. That would be sweet, too.
What is his name?
The finest. And he's always going to be the finest. And don't you ever damn forget it here. We like to pour one out. There's been a lot, though, of these releases. What else? Who else was in these? There was basically 205 Live. I know Jake Atlas. Like, man, I know he had a bit of a nice little run on the indies, so I'm kind of down to see him maybe go to AEW. I know we're just going to say this about everyone, but literally, I'm a big fan of Jungle Boy, and they got some history between the two and their boys and stuff. So I would really like to see him be able to tie it up over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Mercedes Martinez.
Mercedes Martinez, I think she's someone who I feel you could say this about everyone, but Mercedes Martinez could really help AEW. I think with that division. I think that women's division still needs something, and maybe a very solid veteran like her would be good. We've seen Serena Deeb's worked out there, and I put her in the same kind of category. So. She's someone I could see being okay.
Another one, Bronson Reed.
Surprising.
Yeah, big kind of surprise.
Really surprising.
Colossal surprise.
He was rumored for a call-up. He was showing up and doing dark matches on Raw, and then kind of showed up again on NXT. He seemed to have his goodbye. He lost the title, which we normally see people do before moving up. Then he shows up again and has one random match against Adam Cole.
It's like everything just fell apart real quick.
I just figured maybe he went up and Vince didn't like what he saw, didn't get it, so came back and then they were like, cut that guy.
Damn.
Very odd.
Tyler Rust.
Yeah.
Diamond Mine.
Yeah, kind of weird, considering that story. From what we've heard, it's Paul Levesque has had no say in any of this. This has just been Vince and like Pritchard and Laurinaitis and stuff getting rid.
Jean-Paul Levesque?
Jean-Paul Levesque. But yeah, Tyler Rust, I can't say I really saw it with him. I can't say he's going to be missed, particularly from me. Like, not shitting on the guy, but it's not like overly surprising for me. It's just weird because this Diamond Mine thing's just started. Leon
Ruff.
Yeah, that's disappointing. He had a good run.
Yeah,
I think.
they made the best out of that. Like he was he was given these little times to like glimmers of things, and he just like knocked it out the park like all the time. He was a champ. Yeah, he was the champ. That's weird. Bronson Reed was just champ.
Yeah.
Leon Ruff was just
two North American champions from the last year.
It's just weird. It's like the long-term storytelling would have been Ruff coming back to attack Swerve or something like along those lines, or joining like something, anything. Yeah. They never played. He just is just
unfortunately
gone.
This
and Reed too. It's like what, like why? Just weird. So the morale continue to release people, and like the morale here, I still blame Jeff Hardy. It's all a butterfly effect of our champ losing to him. I don't know. It's very weird. And of course, we're an NXT based podcast. It's like we see all the messages from everyone this week. By the way, on at upNXT podcast.
Yeah, with these releases, I know there's a lot of talk of NXT at the moment, and morale is low. But I still enjoyed tonight's show, but there was this weird anxiety thing with everyone. But I can't say any of these people that have been released. Yeah, I like some of them. I can't say they're moving the needle for me. Bronson Reed is probably the highest prospect on them of the list, but I can't say I really tune into NXT to watch Bronson Reed either. And maybe that's harsh, but I think everyone's speaking like it's the end of the world. And it's like, oh, okay, Tyler Rust,
The golden era of NXT is gone. I guess, I don't know.
The golden era of those great Tyler Rust, Jake Atlas matches. Like, come on.
I understand people are like, oh, it seems like it's going to change. It's not going to become this indie-based show with all the cool talent, with the good matches, quality that you're into, that indie style. We're not doing that anymore. We're doing what we used to do. We used to build superstars. We used to build Roman Reigns. We used to build all these people. We know we do What's Next on our Patreon. We've been watching NXT from 2012. We're like mid 2013 or past mid 2013 era, and it's like that era was this developmental that had a little bit of good wrestling sprinkled.
It was entertaining.
It had storylines and everything, just like NXT does. But it's like more of a developmental.
It's disappointing because we've seen it grow. Like NXT was enjoyable then. We enjoy going back watching these shows, as you were saying, but we've seen it grow and grow and grow to selling out arenas and stuff. And to see it potentially going back is disappointing. But also, you say it every week, like a lot of people do. It's not the cool show anymore.
Yeah.
even with this top indie talent, even with Cole, O'Reilly, your Garganos, your Ciampas, all of these, it's like, no, something else is cool. So people don't really talk about NXT anymore. So it's not doing that thing it used to do. It's not. It went from being developmental to being out-indieing the indies. Now it's not out-indieing the indies.
No, not at all.
So maybe we should go back. We know Vince likes that model. He wants you to stand out in an airport where people look and go, oh, who is this guy? And if we're kind of worried about a Johnny Gargano and Adam Cole moving to the main roster because how they'll be used because of their size, and this is developmental, what purpose is it serving?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a shame because it has grown, and if you've been following NXT for like the past few years, like we have, it's like it grew to the point where it sold out arenas, thousands of people in these arenas. Like that's crazy to me. Like one of the best shows I've ever been to, our TakeOver shows. Yeah, and it's like it's weird. It's too bad. It does. I wanna in the back of my head be like, hey, I hope. This was Triple H didn't have anything to do with this, and hopefully, I feel like he's unfortunately just has to let this happen. Whereas in my head, I know he's like, "Are you kidding me? Like, what do you like? Yeah. Why would you tear down what we've built here? Like, it's become something so much bigger than that." So it is, as a fan, a little like,
it'll be interesting. I can't see it being a full, complete takeover. Pardon the pun, of just all these big meatheads. I think you are still going to have your great wrestlers there, and maybe I don't know, maybe your Garganos, Ciampas, do they want to stay there? But that they're going to need people like that, these veterans, to help if they're going to try and make these big guys good, you know?
Yeah.
You can't have it all completely green talent, and NXT never really had that. They were always mixing in like a Tyson Kidd going down and stuff like that, you know?
Well, I'll just fantasy book in my head another thing where I want to see Adam Cole be with the Elite. I want to see Johnny. I want to see Ciampa. I want to see all these wrestlers that I really liked in NXT. That I liked because they were good wrestlers.
Having one more run.
Yeah, just go back and go to that show. The Rampage needs people on that show. They're gonna looks like they got brands if they like. Yo, how deep are Tony Khan's pockets? Go from one con to the other con. It's the Wrath of Khan. I don't know, man. I just want to see good wrestling. And you know what? If you watch NXT, like you said, hey, block out all the other things. If you pretend Jeff Hardy never beat Cross, if you don't watch Raw, you never knew it happened. Tonight's show still had some good stuff. It had some bad stuff, but like the wrestling, I always say I like the match quality, and tonight's main event.
I don't think I'd have watched today's if you could block out all the news, I don't think I'd have watched today's show and gone, that was a weird one. It still felt like NXT for me. It still felt good. Yeah. Good with some weird things that I'm not as keen on, but and overall I didn't feel the quality was any less this week.
We're all fans of this, and it's really unfortunate when people lose their jobs, especially maybe people though are happy that this has happened to them, and I hope that they do the best with what they can do outside of WWE. It's not the be all end all anymore in this business. So I am genuinely excited to see where some of these people go, because I know they will land somewhere and probably get to prove themselves. So I'm super excited in that regards. I'm also super excited because Kona Reeves did reply to us and saying we will be doing a little bit of a chit chat in under 30 days, because the Twitter he just tweeted.
What, he just tweeted?
You messaged him time ago. I went right to the source because he opened his DMs, but and now he's publicly said we will do a talk soon. Says Kona Reeves.
Excellent.
You heard it here. The finest and the BDE. Damn it. He loved the fact that we had a Kona Reeves Battle Royal at our last, what was it, upNXT Mania?
Yes.
Like, he retweeted and everything. He was like, oh my God, this is amazing. So, he's a big fan of us, and we're a big fan of him. The love is there. But speaking of love, Davey, we got to go off track about wrestling.
We've got to go back, yeah.
We gotta talk about our weekend.
Yes.
Big weekend.
Big weekend.
Yeah, we are...
Big weekend,
rather.
Oh,
yeah. We are up next, but we're part of the post-wrestling family universe and everything. And John Pollock and Wai Ting, they're our boys. They're our guys, our quasi-bosses, if you will, the people we look up to and follow in their footsteps. And one of them, one half, Mr. Wai Ting, got married this last weekend.
Yeah. Crazy.
Insane. And we were the hosts of his wedding.
We were.
And it was quite a time.
It was awesome. Well, first of all, I was worried that I was going to show up with a big black eye. Because in the morning, going for a walk to get a tie and some last-minute wedding stuff,
Yeah.
I stopped a domestic assault
Yeah.
on Spadina and walked this woman to her car as this guy was still, like, grabbing her and stuff.
Day of the wedding.
And then he's threatening to hit me for stepping in as well. And it's like, ugh, this is scary.
You thought you were going to show up with the
I
black
thought
eye.
I was going to show up with a black eye. This guy then got arrested, taken away.
You're a hero.
I hope the woman's okay.
Yeah.
But I was scared for Wai's wedding.
So you didn't throw down.
I didn't.
All right.
I didn't need to. I was very calm,
Right.
protecting
Yeah,
her.
you're calm.
It was good.
You're a make love not war kind of guy.
Yeah, I try to be.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm happy that didn't happen, but you're good for you.
We're good. So we showed up as the hosts.
Yeah, we had nice suits.
We did.
We looked like some bosses hosting this thing. Yeah, Wai is someone who's very special in our life, and it was awesome to be there for the and because COVID, like he wasn't sure if he could even have a wedding, like having a wedding without a reception and like people having drinks with people. That's what it's about, right? Like share like a little bit of.
It was honestly, I don't think it could have gone better.
No, it was perfect,
and was such a celebration, especially after everything we've all gone through.
Yeah.
Still going through, but it was great, and it was awesome hanging out with the gang.
Yeah, post wrestling universe. Damian Abraham from Turned Out a Punk, fucked up. He was there. We hung out with him. We had Mike Murray. We had, of course, Mr. John Pollock. We got to throw to him with his great speech. Killed it.
Fantastic.
And then, of course, his tribute.
The audio
which
doc.
you gotta hear. I lent my skills to Mr. John Pollock. I helped with some of the music, and he even said he put it on his phone to listen to. So, at the Bray D if you need the beats by Bray. But yeah, that was one of the sweetest. That's podcast of the year.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Nothing
of
else.
The decade.
Yeah, nothing else will beat that. It was just so perfect, so lovely. And then we had some shots.
A lot of shots. Okay, can I say first highlight of the night?
Yeah.
I mean, there are many highlights,
Yeah,
but this
yeah.
is the one that sticks out. And you might have seen Wai Ting's reaction video to that audio doc.
Right.
Well, let's say Pauline is now Pauline Ting.
Right.
Well, Wai Ting is now Wai Stead because, oh boy,
Wasted.
we look over to the bar and Wai's got all these shots lined up, and one of his friends goes like, "Hey, what is this?" And Wai like
Without missing a beat.
aggressively like shoved him on the shoulder and went, "Yo, it's Jameson. I've been drinking it all night."
Like Ric Flair, like snapping. He's like, woo.
And Braden and I just look at each other and like, "Oh." Yeah, Wai had a great wedding. I don't know if he remembers it.
Oh yeah, he said the hangover was like number one in his
Yeah.
life for sure. I was hurting too. But we did shots. We did so many drinks. We had everything. It was awesome. We also like we're professional podcasters. I'm not sure if anyone knows that, but we're professionals. So for him to ask us to host the wedding, we felt like we were in our comfort zone. We had to like throw to like, here's Wai's mom. And, like we had to do like simple things. But I thought we had them pretty early because we both had like one line ready. And
Yes.
mine was, we all know Wai is like in the world of podcasting and he's obsessed with wrestling and you know, Pauline is super cool with that. We brought up the fact that the first time we got to hang out with her is when we watched
Watching a Joey Janela match.
Joey Janela hardcore death match, and she's still stuck around. And you know, pro wrestling might be fake, but the love here tonight is real. And then I got a huge pop. And then we were told we got to tell people to like wear your masks in certain parts of the venue. So then you said,
So I went, "Love is in the air, isn't it? Love is in the air, but also so is COVID. So please, if you're walking around, keep your mask on."
So we were. I think everyone liked us. Like I don't think we didn't get. Any
We kept it
booze.
short, I think.
Yeah,
we
we
kept
were in and
everything
out.
short and sweet.
In and out.
A little zinger.
Yeah.
Back
that's
to our
it.
seats.
We looked good. We sounded good.
Yeah.
We were good. I was DJing a little. I DJ'd the actual wedding ceremony.
You did, yeah.
It's DJ Bray.
DJ Bray.
Yeah, it was good times, man.
You know what? I just want to pat ourselves on the back.
Yeah.
I think we did a good job.
As
and I think
hosts?
everyone there did. But you know what made me really believe I did a good job and that we do a good job every week is my second highlight of the night, which we heard from the groom.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's time to hear from the bride.
Yeah, she got wasted too.
Yeah, Pauline Wai's lovely wife, saying, "Look, I don't give a shit about John Pollock and Wai Ting in this post-wrestling. Don't give a shit about Dave Meltzer. I just want to see you guys succeed."
We got the green light from Mrs. Ting. So yeah, she's like, I just want you guys to do it. Wai is always nice, and Wai keeps saying he listens to us talk about anything. That's why he likes Behind the BD is his favorite show. I think Pauline's in the same. She's like, well, you guys just talk about anything. It was late. It was
right at the end. It was right at the end.
She was great. It was such a lovely night. So congrats to the newlyweds.
It's the best night. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was perfect, and it felt so good to actually go do something, go to an event, and just have people in unity and talk to people, and there even was a little bit of dancing.
There was
a little tiny bit of dancing.
A little bit of a boogie.
It got a little wild. It was everything. It was good. And then a few days even before, like John Pollock bought us White Claws. I bought John Pollock White Claws. Oh, yeah. We were doing shots.
Whiskey.
Whoo, that Basil Hayden we brought like fucking 2 years ago. We finally killed. Yeah. We did shots with everyone in John's backyard. So it's just been like a great week. Feels like a vacation for me.
John was like giving me sass because I was sipping the whiskey.
Right.
And he was like, "What are you sipping it for? You should be shooting it. The rest of us are shooting it. Why aren't you shooting it? Call yourself a bartender."
And then John was
getting sassy, yeah.
John got lit on that Thursday on that like bachelor party surprise for Wai. Yeah, we had a great time.
He was so nervous about posting the impact report.
He was scared that he posted the surprise podcast and then didn't like post it. But then he saw that I think John Cena, Shot in the Dark, had like tweeted out like, "Hey, check this out, everybody! It's this thing, Polly." And he's like, "Fuck! Like, wait, don't go on your phone." But he did it, so it was okay. It was good. And even if he did, he'd be like, "Wait, I don't even know what this is." So, yeah, it was pretty sweet. And there was Lego flowers and stuff, and it was just a ball.
Great.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah. So, thank you, Wai. I'm gonna crack this White Claw right now to a Mr. Wai Ting and Pauline Ting.
Yeah, cheers.
You have a Red Bull because we were falling asleep earlier.
Yeah.
But,
I'm still recovering from the wedding.
I've
been working
I was
ever
hurting.
since.
Oh, yeah, true. You had to go to work at like 10:30 the next day. Yeah, ouchie. So, I mean, that's what we've been doing. We've been pretty busy this week with hosting this wedding and making sure our jokes land and looking sharp and looking spiffy. But we also have some things going on. Because, of course, we're going to get into up next. But tomorrow night, BD Elite. We'll be talking all about Dynamite, of course. Wednesday nights will be your Dynamates. But we know that Triple Mania is this weekend. And I said I'd be doing a watch-along. But now, apparently, I'm not going to be able to watch Triple Mania. As most people in North America or anywhere not in Mexico. So I'm going to still try. Because there seems to be some people with some links that are saying, hey, I'll just be twitching and stuff. I mean, allegedly. That I've seen
According
online.
to Too Cold.
According to Too Cold Scorpio, there might be some ways to watch it. So if it does work out, I'll still try to share the wealth, share the link, but also try to do a watch along, try to do a post show, and if that all falls, I'll just bail and do Resurgence.
Fire Frank suggesting even if you don't watch it, just do a post show and just make it up.
Yeah, there's some sweet matches on there.
I think
though.
everyone would believe shit you'd say. Like after watching last year's show.
Yeah.
You could tell me anything happens on this thing.
All right. So the three-way tag with the Lucha Bros, the Vikingo guy and stuff, whatever that match is going to be insane. So that'll be part of my post show. Kenny Andrade, that'll be it too.
Does Hugo Savinovich blade?
100%. 100%. In the beginning match.
Yeah.
So that's pending.
Watch his space. Yeah.
So we'll see.
But something will be happening.
Yeah. So follow the Twitch and all that stuff and the socials.
And it's Friday the 13th this week. So for Friday the 13th, we put it up to you to pick which Friday the 13th film you'd like us to review. And you picked Freddy versus Jason.
That's right.
So we're ticking off 2 franchises there, which is good.
Yeah, this is like a dream match, but of horror movie icons. And we're going to talk all about it. And that'll be out on Friday the 13th. So celebrate with us. Watch the movie and catch up with our review on Friday.
And then I should have probably mentioned this when we were talking about Triple Mania.
Yeah.
But we're doing a best match ever Triple Mania.
Yeah, covering all these matches. We just kind of scoured the internet, looked at people's ratings, and then we found some other lists, and just kind of created our own list of what looks like to be the top ranked Triple Mania matches, and we're going to watch them and chat all about them. Some lucha, so get your feedback in. Next
I saw one is La Parka versus WH Park.
Who?
I mean, LA Park.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah. There's been some crazy ones, so we're looking forward to we don't talk too much about some lucha on this show, so I'm super excited about that. We just, what did we do last week? We did,
Was next?
Did we do a Was Next? I can't even remember.
What was last
best
week?
match ever, Daniel Bryan.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
That was awesome.
Last week.
We did a career retrospective of Daniel Bryan, chatting everything Daniel Bryan, not Bryan Danielson, and that was super fun as well, talking all about his whole run, even his Saturday morning slam and the bear talk stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So patreon.com/upnext, only $5 a month gets you all these shows, so many podcasts, everything in the back catalog, these retro NXT reviews, everything. And of course, if you're a patron this month, means you're invited to the SummerSlam Up Next tailgate via Zoom.
The hottest event of the summer.
It's going to be hype. It's going to be pretty good. We're going to do some fun things on Zoom. We always plan things for this, and then none of the stuff we plan happens, and it's even better than we could ever imagine. So that's all we can say about it.
So this one will probably just show up.
Well,
we ain't planning shit, is what we're saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not under the 30 days, but the invite's there for Kona. It's
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, not. It's obviously.
It's always there.
Yeah, so that's going to happen during the day before SummerSlam, and then we'll be doing a watch along for SummerSlam, and then on the Sunday, it's Up Next Summer.
Yes.
The BD title on the line.
The big event. The BD title on the line. 2 out of 3 falls. Just like TakeOver coming up.
That's right.
Braden versus Fire Frank.
Yeah. Patron of ours, listener of ours, Fire Frank, won the impromptu Money in the Bank ladder match on Twitch, which means he gets an opportunity to face me, and it's going to be pretty serious. I'm challenging him to a pretty big match, and I'm going to destroy him. He's just a patron. He knows his trivia and stuff, but he doesn't know what goes on in my brain. I know a lot of stuff, like wrestling theme knowledge.
Oh, yes.
And he doesn't. So I'm going to use that to my advantage. I'm champion still because I reign supreme in the Name That theme song. And, well, I'm going to do it again because I'm the Brady, God damn it. Yeah. So we're super excited for that. We have other matches on that
we need
card.
to book some more matches, and so we need some more matches. I suggest maybe listening to all of the shows on Up Next this week. And you should be listening to this already, but Shot in the Dark coming out tomorrow as well.
Yeah, definitely.
John Cena needs a match.
John Cena is in the corner of Frank.
Yeah.
Right, he's his boy.
Yeah.
He's there together. And I know ever since Frank won Money in the Bank, Cena's been pretty cold. He's made it clear he's kind of been on
Team Frank.
Yeah, Team Frank's side. So I'm kind of like left alone here in the dark here. I'm going in by myself, and I'm just wondering, Davey, like, you got my back.
I got you.
You got my back?
I got you.
Yeah, because if you're in my corner and Frank's got Cena, then like I can't be stopped.
That's true. I mean, I'm better than Cena, right?
As long as you got my back.
As long as I got your back.
I'll be champ.
You'll be champ.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe you'll have a match with Cena. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah. And of course, TakeOver 36, Twitch, watch along, and post show. Recording this up next podcast there as well. So all the stuff, all these podcasts, all these things. Thank you for listening to our plug.
Yeah. Good night, guys.
I guess we could talk about NXT tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about some NXT from Tuesday, August 10th, 2021. And it starts off with some recaps. And that, of course, is going on with Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. Dakota Kai shows up. She was supposed to have a match with Ember Moon, but Ember is injured? Is that the story?
They just said not medically cleared. I wasn't aware of anything happening, but yeah. So hopefully she'll be back soon.
Yeah. So Dakota versus Sarray is what's happening instead. Dakota cuts a bit of a promo first and says, Raquel, I hope you're watching, mommy. I'm the next NXT champ, women's champ, and it's totally a heel Dakota. Like
100%.
No more second guessing anymore.
Yeah.
She's completely the bad guy. And Sarray comes out, and they start off here. Dakota Kai and Sarray There's a lot of submission transitions and kicks early on. They're both evenly matched. There's boots in the corner, and Dakota's totally the bad guy, like kind of playing it.
Yeah, she's like slapping her on the head and like thrusting her, but yeah, just being like a bully in the match.
Yeah, so she hits a suplex, and then it's a near fall, but Sarray locks in this like single leg crab, which is pretty awesome, like bending her back.
This looked really cool, actually, like bending right back with the bridge.
When we come back, there's a bridging German suplex, and then a face wash, and then they go back and forth with these strikes. Kai hits the scorpion cuck. The scorpion cuck? Whoa, that's a Freudian slip. Brandon's going to clip that one. That should be a wrestling... the scorpion
cuck.
It's like the Scorpion King, but like, yeah. The Scorpion Kick, but Sarray sets up Dakota for this drop kick of death, which is... I know I've called... Before Finn Balor used to call his drop kick the John Woo one, I used to call it the drop kick of death because that's what it looked like. Yeah. But the new one that's taken over
this
the
is
reins,
on the bottom rope.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks crazy.
No matter who she does it to. So she just takes Dakota Kai's head off with this. She goes for a second one. Somehow Dakota gets up and gets out of the way. Hits her with a pump kick. This is when Raquel Gonzalez is shown in picture-in-picture screen arriving in the parking lot to the venue. It kind of distracts Dakota, who goes for another pump kick. Raquel now shows up. There's this like roll through jackknife pin from Sarray, but Kai kicks out. There's then spin kicks from Sarray, but one of them is finally blocked. Pump kick from Kai, and Dakota pins Sarray. Her undefeated streak is no more. She's defeated. And well, Raquel goes. She goes to like hit Sarray with another kick.
She goes, for the like, what is it, Yakuza kick kind of thing again.
But Raquel runs in for the scare off as Dakota just scurries away. But Raquel quickly just says, all you had to do was ask, Chica. So you'll never be Raquel, but you can have your match. You can fight me at TakeOver. So, yeah, as we all expected.
I really enjoyed this match. I think Sarray has this awesome just like fierceness, those drop kicks, as you said, a lot of the strikes. And Dakota just looked, I think this was right, giving her the win. She's going for a big match, and having a win against an undefeated Sarray, I think is a good move. I feel it's odd, and I feel the crowd are a little confused because she is playing the heel. She is the heel in this story that NXT are writing, but no one wants her to kind of be in that role. And you had the crowd chanting "You suck, followed by Dakota.
Yeah.
Because they feel a bit confused about it. I can't see anyone not wanting Dakota to win this match, but they're trying to make Raquel seem sympathetic. But that aside, I thought this was a great opener.
It was, yeah. Sarray is awesome. Again, that drop kick of death, which I'm still going to call it that, literally is that. It looks insane. All these other moves, that like jackknife, like roll through that single leg, insane.
Oh yeah, I really love that submission.
Yeah, but again, Kai is just definitely finding this groove. I mean, she worked better as a heel, we've seen, but it definitely kind of seems a little backwards. I don't. If this is the case, I don't see her beating Raquel, but I think she should, and it makes things way more interesting. And then Raquel can go to Raw or SmackDown or something. But Dakota needs her like time in the sun in NXT. I think as champ, like a reign. We need another rematch with Io. We need so many different things that we can go to if she wins the title, I think
so too. I think there is a lot more options. Yeah. Raquel, I feel this about a lot of the kind of powerhouse women in NXT. They should be moving on.
Sure.
I was saying the same with Rhea for a while. Like Raquel feels ready for me for main roster.
Yeah, there's so many different things you can do up there as well. We go to the first date of the way. It's the first segment of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember last week, Io and Zoe Stark. Hey, wait, what happened to that?
Yeah.
Where's Zoe Stark and Io went to a sushi restaurant last week, but we have another date tonight. Dexter Lumis shows up at the Gargano's household because he's there to pick up Indy Hartwell for his date. Johnny mentions with Candace that Theory's lost and naked in the wilderness somewhere. Dexter shows up and he says, "Hello, Dexter," his best Jerry Seinfeld. And then he asks, "How's my hair?" Sorry, I think it's Indy who's like now talking with Candace. Like, she's like nervous. It's very like teen movie. Like,
yeah.
getting ready for the first date. Johnny's playing the dad that's grilling the boyfriend or the date.
Asks what his intentions are. Tells him to take her to a nice restaurant, be home by 10. He's like, yeah. And if you fuck up,
you better show her a great time. No funny business. And Indy's like, oh, hello. And he got her like these roses. They look like black roses, obviously. And he's still not talking. And Indy's like, where are we going? Are we going somewhere nice? Oh, is it a surprise? Oh, you with your surprises. Okay, see you guys. And they leave. And Johnny and Candice are not thrilled about this, but more to come. But what do we think so far?
I still don't know.
Yeah.
I'm very confused. I don't know if I hate it. I don't know if I think it's so bad that I find it funny.
Right.
Like some shit. I like some bad shit, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if it is funny.
Wait till the
It
next
gets
segment.
worse or better. I don't know. I do think all these things are shot so amateurly. There's so many cuts. There's so many weird angles trying to be artistic with it, but I really don't think it is. I think it looks quite tacky.
Where's Austin Theory? Why is he naked in the wilderness?
He's just hiding. He's hiding from all these cuts. It's all right. You're a big, good-looking dude, Theory. You can come back.
You're not gonna get cut.
It's just everyone's phone was buzzing one day, and he went, "Fuck this!" Just ran.
Damn, why'd I pick up my phone?
You can't get me.
Yeah, what do you do? Like, for people in the world, like, how do you fire someone if they don't use phones and stuff? Like, how did Matt Sydal ever get released? Because, like, he's probably, like, never on his phone, like, being zen somewhere.
True.
But someone had to tell him. Yeah, it was weird. It was weird. I mean, and a 10 p.m. curfew? Damn. Is Indy legit their daughter now?
I think so, yeah.
I do think that's kind of funny, but it's really... Yeah, we'll get on to the ones later, because there's more. Oh, baby. We go from that to Hit Row in the back of a trailer truck with a barrel that's lit on fire. They got a little fire pit going on. And they cut a little...
Top Dollar's wanking in the back. What's he doing?
He looked like... No, he's doing, like, the dice thing. Like, he's about to, like, throw dice, but then...
Yeah, it didn't look like that to me.
Yeah, well, maybe... Or he is like, hey, you wankers, probably. I mean, he was talking about Brits... He was talking British the other week. Yeah. And then he reveals that they were chiclets, and one of the lines he says... it's Swerve who says, you disrespected us. You snatched my grill. That's disrespectful to Hit Row, and that's disrespecting our culture. And then he holds up a lucha mask, and then he throws it in the bin, literally, throws it in the fire, and then they all like pose. And then you just hear boos.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, what kind of good guys do this? You don't just burn a lucha mask.
I mean, the idea, they have been kind of heels as well, you know, and this is sort of a heel faction versus heel faction, except this one's really cool and we just all love them.
Okay, yeah.
But it's like, yeah, fuck, you disrespected my culture, I'm disrespecting yours.
I guess.
But the crowd didn't like this.
No, they were like, yo,
boo.
we're just throw a lucha mask in the fire? That's kind of mean. The visual looks so cool. Like, of them, anytime you're hanging around a fire, right? So, it looked cool. I'm interested in the match. I guess we're getting that. It still isn't kind of clear, but I assume that match is happening at TakeOver.
Yeah, I would think so, yeah.
We go to Ilja Dragunov, who comes down to the ring, not in his wrestling gear, so everyone was like, oh, man, but just wait. Instead, he's in a fly-looking black turtleneck. He did need a chain, though. He did need a chain. I'm not a chain kind of guy, but I feel like when you got a nice turtleneck vibe going, the chain does look nice.
I think this worked for him.
It looked good.
Yeah.
He looked nice. He comes out. He says he's not a man of many words. Words don't mean anything. Pain has meant something. The struggle meant something. The fighting spirit. And at TakeOver, he will do the unthinkable. And you will witness chaos, rage. History will be made when I beat Walter. I'm destined to do this. And he's interrupted.
First of all, I thought he sounded fantastic.
Great English.
I don't
Didn't know that.
watch NXT UK. I tune in and watch the big matches, but I really don't watch weekly TV. So anything I usually see are in like highlights and stuff like that. I thought he sounded awesome. It felt quite a theatrical promo. Like it almost felt like he was reciting Shakespeare or something. He sounded great. The accent just sounds awesome with it.
Yeah.
And just, I believe this guy. I don't believe this guy will give up.
Yeah, true. Like, he sounded great. He actually,
Yeah.
I didn't expect him to talk with such, like, emotion and aggression at the same time. But he's interrupted by Pete Dunne, who comes down looking fly as fuck as well. He was like, I can't go out there looking like shit if Ilja's
Europeans know how to dress,
Ooh.
it seems.
Were these like snake pants? Was this like the one time Undertaker had to borrow Godfather's
pants?
Except they were really tight. No, they looked great. I myself couldn't rock this, but they
It
looked
was
good.
more like checkers, weren't they?
Yeah, but like snake skin color. I don't know. They look sick. He comes into the ring. Pete Dunne pretty much is like, who the hell do you think you are? I'm Pete Dunne. I carried European wrestling. I carried Europe, he says. He says, you don't get to compete against Walter or at a TakeOver because you don't even get to stand in the ring with the baddest man of NXT. Who are you? Dragunov says, well, I will do something that you have never done, and that's beat Walter, which pisses off Pete, who says, you must be as mad as you look. And after tonight, you won't make it to TakeOver. Challenging Dragunov to a match. Signed, sealed, delivered. It's our main event tonight. And instantly I was like, okay, I'm in.
Yeah.
Please.
This was awesome. I think Dunn has really been improving on the mic as well. He sounds way more confident. I believe him a lot more. And huge main event. Got me super excited for the rest of the show.
Yeah, definitely. And Pete Dunne has definitely stepped up. I don't know how he's not another guy who's just not a key player in wrestling.
He's one you wonder about. Like, what is
Yeah.
this guy's ceiling? Like, is this it?
AEW.
Well,
Him and Adam Cole go to AEW.
They haven't got rid of these guys. You know, that they're saying that, sorry to go back on that.
Yeah.
But the talk about, what was the quote? No more midgets or whatever. But they haven't fired, you know, your Garganos, your O'Reillys, your Ciampas, your Coles. They're trying to give Cole a fuckload of money to stay. You know, so I think they do value certain people there.
Yeah.
And I would put Dunn in that list.
Yeah, definitely. He's such a solid wrestler, but now like he's kind of the complete package. And I like the fact he didn't come out here with Oni or anyone else.
Yeah.
He should maybe distance. They should just break that off and be on his own again because he can be a main event guy. You saw it when he first showed up in that tournament when he beat the shit out of someone during like the promo thing. You were like, oh my god, stands out, and he was instantly like everyone's.
And
list.
Triple H seemed to be like, you are the guy.
Yeah, and
early.
I swear I saw some online stuff about him with contracts and some of the UK contracts and stuff like that. I don't necessarily am saying everyone go to AEW and stuff like that. I still think Adam Cole is someone I'm very interested in seeing going over there. Pete Dunne, I feel like he's like a WWE guy. I don't know. I don't know the person, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I agree.
he should be one of the main guys on Raw and SmackDown. I think the issue wasn't NXT. I think the issue was how you were using the people on the main roster. But yeah, I think something needs to drastically change in WWE to the
It
ripple
does.
effects.
It's all these guys are talented.
Yeah.
You know, and
So
it's
stupid.
just such a creative thing because NXT I thoroughly enjoy. I think they despite hurdles write a pretty good long-term story for a lot of their people. They have a lot of guys like a Pete Dunne who feel important. But the worry is now is like anyone can leave at any second and they don't value any of this.
Yeah.
And we worry, oh, cool, you'll go to the main roster to die as well.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I just want to see the best wrestling, and it doesn't have to be in WWE, NXT. Not at all. It can be in completely other places. You can go to Impact. If you can go to so many other places right now and just put on good wrestling, is kind of what I'm interested in. And I think I would be if I was one of these guys. Like your Malachi Blacks was just like waiting, frothing at the mouth to do something creative instead of just sitting with food in the back. Like, you know, like something inside people, like Moxley. Something drove him to be like, you know, fuck this. Like, I want to like make a bigger mark than just collect checks and stuff. So it's like different for people, and it shows, I think, in a lot of things. I hate the comparison that we keep seeing of people leaving prison.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
Like, all right, like, enough is enough. It's not prison. You're getting paid.
I
It's a
do
job.
I do the reverse.
Go into prison?
I do like my whole thing. If I was released from WWE,
Yeah.
was that I've just left paradise and I'm so like disappointed because I'm now going into this hell, and I just
You gotta get ready to
just
fight.
do the opposite because everyone's like
Yeah.
everyone's
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
out
it
of
is
prison.
weird.
The shackles are off.
Have they been to prison? I don't know.
We get the metaphor, guys.
Yeah.
New ones.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Pete Dunne will be someone who would be leaving, but it is interesting. Like, they have not released any NXT UK people, but I imagine there's drastic differences in their pay from
I would think
some
so.
NXT people over here. That's just my assumption, but I could be wrong. Maybe I still think they should invest in an NXT UK. It looks like it does catch on. It does have good stuff, like Dragunov and Pete Dunne and Walter and all these characters that we see. So. They just had an Iron Man match. Like they have some good stuff over on that show. The Subculture guys are cool and stuff, but they got some tournament.
Also,
going
you
on.
don't know, like, they've got a TV deal with BT
Yeah.
Sport.
Yeah,
Like NXT, if that's for, I don't know what the contract is, but if that's for a couple of years or whatever, they've got to put on a show, you know.
yeah.
So they can't get rid of these guys.
I guess. Yeah. Well, we
Who
go
they're probably paying not very much.
that too. Yeah, I mean, indies aren't really a thing right now because COVID. So the only option is anything that's on TV. TV time counts, right? We go to some TV time here with Cameron Grimes, the Butler, with L.A. Knight, Mackenzie Mitchell, and she's trying to get a word in with Grimes. His morale is low, but L.A. Knight says, "Come on, pick yourself up. There's only one mega $1 million superstar, and it's L.A. Knight. Whose game is it? Huh? Whose game is it, Grimes?" And he makes him say, "Mr. L.A. Knight, sir." "Yeah, that's right. Grab that title. Put it on my shoulder. Give me my title." So he's got a match next after the break, which this promo is probably longer than. Because the next match is L.A. Knight versus Andre Chase.
Andre Chase, a.k.a. Oh, you're still here?
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, Mr. Chase.
But, yeah, I completely forgot. Didn't we just talk about this guy recently? I swear he was just in a show. Breakout Tournament. Was he not?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Harlem Bravado, right?
right. Knight hits the party foul thing. It's over. And he's just being a meanie to Mr. Grimes when the real story starts with $1 Million Man comes out. Were those the same shoes?
His final bump.
I was like, whoa, are you taking another final bump? I'm just going to keep saying that joke every week. He wanted Grimes to kneel for him. Like, LA Knight wanted him to kneel before Knight.
He wanted him to shine his shoes.
Yeah,
his
shine
boots.
my fucking shoes, yeah. And didn't Andrade do that this week?
Yeah,
Last week?
it's Fuego.
Yeah. Ted DiBiase says, "This has gone too far. Now I know you're a man of your word," and it looks like Ted DiBiase kind of forgot what he was saying here, because I got a little confused. Everyone got a little confused. It looked like they got back right on track, and then it looked like he slipped up again.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if he'd either forgotten his lines or was just trying to like
Emotional.
act this. Yeah, but it was very long-winded and slow-paced at the beginning of this promo, where he's just trying to get Grimes to like, yeah, we know you're a man of your word, but come on, this has gone too far and you need to change it. But he kept on sort of saying the same thing, and it felt like LA Knight and Grimes
Had to,
didn't
like-
know when to
Yeah,
say
yeah.
something as well.
It was kind of weird. But then he eventually tells LA Knight to shut your mouth. Just bring it. He says, "Grimes, you need to follow your heart. You know that if you had one more match with LA Knight for that title," and then he starts getting cut off by LA Knight. He's like, no, Ted, no, stop. So he says, you could beat him, Grimes. So LA Knight says, "Oh yeah? How about this? We'll have one more match. I'll put the title on the line, but if I win, Cameron Grimes doesn't have to be my butler anymore. But Ted DiBiase, you do." So he's challenging Grimes to a match. If Grimes wins, he gets the title. If LA Knight wins, Ted DiBiase is his butler. So DiBiase says, "I'm a gambling man, and my money is on Grimes, and I got a lot of money." So this match is set for TakeOver.
The last line just reminds me of a friend of mine when he was young, went up to a group of girls at a bar. Went, "Can I buy any of you girls a drink? I've got a load of money."
It's a good one. You should use that one.
Yeah. I thought LA Knight saved this. I thought Ted DiBiase when he snapped into it later on, I thought it picked up. But I liked the stip. I actually really enjoyed their last match. Their singles match was a bit of a surprise. Way better than the ladder match they had at the beginning of this feud. So I can buy this stipulation.
Yeah, I mean, I think
on a takeover they're gonna want to kill it.
so. It's just a singles match.
Yeah.
Which I think we wanted more than the ladder match between these two. Like we've seen
Absolutely.
Yeah. It should be good. It's on TakeOver. I think now they got it needs.
They're
to
gonna
happen.
want to kill it, and their last one on TV was great. I thought.
I feel like everyone on this show wanted to try to kill it because of just morale.
Yeah.
You know, you want to.
Go out with a bang, you know?
Like my funeral is gonna be lit. I know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just joking.
No, I did get that sense today, but I'm probably also just putting narratives that aren't there on
Right.
it. But a lot of the matches were really good tonight, and I kind of got that feeling. Well, if this is my last match, you know, gonna
Wait, are
make
you
it fucking
retiring?
lit.
What are we gonna do? You know how many people are messaging us? What are you guys gonna do?
It's all right. We got Duke Hudson.
What are we gonna do if there's no more NXT? It sucks.
We'll just continue. Was next. We got BD Elite.
We'll do reviews.
Do you mind? Sorry, we're doing
reviews
a
of
show.
motorcycles outside of our window. We
Yeah,
have motorcycle
jeez.
racing problems in Toronto.
Yeah.
Definitely lately. Fast and Furious up in this. There's probably
There's
they should-
biker gangs go outside my
Yeah.
work all the time.
Yeah, they're scary. Yeah, don't do anything. What were we saying? Oh yeah, what were we gonna do?
With no NXT,
What were we gonna do? Just
call it a
BD
day.
right off into the sunset. We could do other shows. We do BD Elite. We'll just become AEW.
I don't
podcast.
think we're going to struggle finding stuff to do shows on.
Yeah.
We just recorded a Freddy versus Jason show today. I think we're good. I think we're okay. I think we're bigger than NXT, Braden. I think
We're bigger than
great.
NXT. They sell out arenas. We sell out bars.
Yeah. We sell out Zoom tailgate
That's
rooms.
exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you though. I liked all the comments. I didn't find any of them like disrespectful at all. You guys are all being cool and like you want to see us do well, and I appreciate it.
Although WH Park messaging me during the wedding
You mean the one you didn't go to?
going, "Hey, hear this about NXT, no more midgets and all this stuff?" I'm at a wedding, WH.
That's the kettle calling the. We go to Gigi Dolin with JC Jane.
JC Jane, yeah.
JC Jane, aka my new favorite tag team in all of NXT. You try telling me NXT's dead, and then you watch this new team on the scene. No Mandy though, but there might be a reason why. Well, Gigi's going up against Amari Miller.
Yes.
There's Amari who tries to get some offense in early, but Gigi counters a few moves and then starts working the arm and does this like arm pull through the ropes here where she's hyperextending the arm and then like snaps it back. She eventually hits this what looked like an abdominal stretch into like
a crucifix bomb kind of
yeah,
thing.
like a I don't know, like a not a Yoshi tonic. What is it? Like yeah, like a crucifix.
That's the one Leon Ruff did.
Yeah,
Pull
that's
one out.
exact. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and Gigi makes pretty light work here of Miller, but kind of looking strong here, kind of posing like, all right, I'm gonna change this division here, is what they're kind of going with. But
Yeah, it's good introduction for Gigi. I feel like they started to feature her a lot more, and they were with Mandy Rose last week, right?
yeah. There's like
Okay.
mentioned they showed a tweet like Mandy Rose was watching like, oh, you clearly listened to my advice, wink wink or
Right.
something like that. So yeah, JC Jane and Gigi gonna be this new they come out to that Marilyn Manson Sweet
Oh,
Dreams
it is. It
ripoff.
really is, yeah.
It's kind of lit. Yeah, I'm interested to see where they go, especially the tag team division in the women's division. Like there's titles, so like we need more teams.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was a big fan of Gigi Priscilla Kelly on the Indies. I thought even before like kind of the silly comedy stuff, gross stuff she did, I was like into her wrestling. I thought, and also her look is like kind of gothy and stuff. Obviously, that's overplayed in wrestling, but I think she kind of makes it work. I know it's obvious, but she reminds me of Darby Allin.
She looks like her. Her face looks like Darby Allin.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking
They've got the
about?
same like cold blue eyes, same jawline.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, they're both.
I mean, Darby Allin
striking
with
people.
like makeup and.
I mean, he
shit
does wear
on.
makeup.
Yeah, but like her makeup.
Yeah. All right. We'll see. Get him to do it. Get him to see it. Prove this
Or
theory.
face swap them both, and you'll get the same fucking person. I swear.
So we go to the date night, continuing. Now, Indy and Dexter are going to this restaurant. I thought it was Applebee's for all the Sonic and Applebee's commercials we
Yeah.
see watching wrestling these days on this show. But what was this restaurant? Did it say the name? Sino in our chat said Fresco, which is a great fish and chip place here in Toronto, but I don't know if that was the one they were at.
It looked like just some Italian place.
Oh, right. It had to be Italian. Yeah,
Yeah.
it had to be Italian. Well, it's going well. Indy's going to do all the ordering here. She orders some calamari. Mm-hmm. She orders some chicken fingers. All these different
Some
apps.
mussels.
Whoa.
Big salad.
Damn.
Yeah.
The big salad.
Big salad.
Like Seinfeld, again. Then they're eating some bread. They got the little olive oil, vinegar.
Mm-hmm.
It could look good. It looked nice. But she could hear like these walkie-talkie sounds and what sounds like Johnny Gargano's voice. So she says, "Hold on, what's going on here?" So she walks over and sees Candice LeRae doing Dexter, which pisses Indy off and says, "Get the hell out of here." It continues. This was the low point of the
This one was bad. This was the one that. And it just felt like a. Like kids'
Comedy.
TV after school, like 4 p.m. ITV.
yeah, like a
Yeah.
Disney sitcom. Yeah, it's definitely like yeah. Where do people use walkie-talkies still? Are they still a thing? Like people have cell
Walkie-talkies?
phones and stuff.
Did
now.
you ever do the yogurt pot on a string?
the what?
Like a yogurt pot on a string?
Oh, like a cup?
Yeah.
Like a cup on a string.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
It's string. It works.
Walkie-talkies were so much fun.
Yeah, they were playing cops and robbers.
Yeah,
and-
just run away.
yeah. Just run away.
Just run away.
Wait, what do you? With the walkie-talkie or just in general, just running away?
No, just you'd all run away from each other
Yeah.
in the streets, just roaming free.
Over.
Yeah.
They were good. Now kids have cell phones though.
Yeah.
They can do whatever they want. They can text. They can search things that they shouldn't search.
Yeah, it's a more dangerous time now.
It is.
Yeah.
It's more dangerous than ever. It's the power of the world.
So we're saying we should go back to walkie-talkies.
Yeah, we should buy some. If we
Have
want
some?
we should start a cops and robbers league.
What?
Like an adult, like there's like dodgeball leagues, right?
Right.
There's no cops and robbers league though. So you
Okay.
play like a whole day where you gotta leave clues of where you are in the city, and it's like cops and robbers. You gotta catch the person.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
There's got to be an avenue for this. There's got to be I'm on to something. I'm on to something.
Yeah.
Do you know what cops and robbers
I don't.
is?
Yeah, no, I just don't know if it sounds like.
It sounded like you were just it's like tag. Like if you just play a game
All right.
of tag or
Okay.
something.
Yeah.
Like yeah, maybe
Yeah.
we'll just stick with calling it tag. I don't know. I don't even know the difference between the cops and robbers and tag. But you get the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be a good thing.
Let's do it with
Yeah.
our walkie-talkies.
Screw NXT.
We're starting a cops and robbers league.
Yeah, that's right. We go
Once Red Bull's kicked in.
Oh yeah, nice, excellent, good. So we go to our next segment, which is William Regal in the ring with a bunch of NXT jobber cops, the security, including Parker Bordeaux. We haven't really seen him.
I mean, this was the future of NXT, was it not? All these giant lads in the ring.
yeah, there's some big dudes here. Was it the Steiner kid was there? Yeah,
Possibly.
there are some big dudes here as the security cops. And William Regal introduces that there's going to be a match at TakeOver 36. And it's Kyle versus Cole. 2 out of 3 falls. So Kyle comes down. Adam's here. Kyle gets to pick the first fall, and then Cole picks the second, and Regal picks the third if it gets to that. Kind of similar to Adam Cole and Johnny at TakeOver 2, which we were at. So, first fall, Kyle says, you beat me at the Great American Bash in a normal match, and I need to get that win back, so I know that I can get under you and shatter your ego. The first fall is going to be just a simple pinfall or submission, a normal wrestling match. Adam Cole, who's rocking his gold and black Nikes, looking fly. He says, you're delusional. I'm better than you, and I can beat you one-on-one. So the second fall is something I need to get back, the street fight. So it's going to be second fall, a street fight. And Kyle says, I smashed your skull. You taught me everything. You sharpened the blade and handed me the sword. I'll do anything. I don't care. I don't give a damn. Adam Cole says you've been riding my coattails, and you ain't got that killer instinct that you say you have. You're a fraud. You're a liar. So there's a pull apart. They start to brawl, and Regal on the mic says, yeah, I knew this would happen, obviously. He says, if it comes to the third fall, it will be a steel cage match. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of think it's a little anticlimactic. It's very similar to the Adam Cole, Johnny one.
It is. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
And I could look at this two ways. This could be used as NXT's ultimate blow-off for all these feuds. You do essentially this match, the 3 stages of hell. I think it does work. I like the story. Adam Cole is the heel in this, but he hasn't been the cheating Adam Cole we saw with Undisputed Era. This feud is about who is better, and I like that both guys have picked the match they lost. I do think it adds some stakes of this is really, let's see who is the best wrestler.
Yeah. I mean, I'm interested in seeing the match, obviously. There's all this talk about Adam Cole and contracts and stuff like that. If he loses, then is he going to stay with WWE? Is he going to go to like a Monday Night Raw, a SmackDown? Are they going to give him the push that he, I think, deserves? Because even in this promo here, like Adam Cole is just such a good talker. He's genuinely like one of the best promos in wrestling. He sounds so mean also because he's playing the bad guy. He's playing this arrogant prick, and I believe it. He's
a step above the majority in that company. And I think that could be the thing that would make him a big deal on the main roster.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that something that someone can't see past? You know, like, he's so talented on the mic. He's such a good wrestler, but it's the size thing.
Well, I'd rather see him tie up with his boys.
Me too. Well,
I'd rather see him tie up with the Bucks and Kenny and all those guys over there.
You can't send everyone to there, though. You know?
Literally send everyone back and just send him then. He's someone I do, like, that Ring of Honor run with the Bucks and the New Japan crossover stuff, like, when he was part of that Bullet Club, like, that was when I was super into wrestling. Like, that was the hype, that era. And I want to see him tie up with those guys again and kind of
I agree.
change
Nothing
the course.
really up there interests me.
No. What, Cole versus what? Like, there's nothing up there that's interesting, honestly.
No.
Yeah. Go let your big guys wrestle on the show I don't watch, and I'll watch the guys who can do cool stuff and flips and wear cool Space Jam jerseys on shows. Because that's what I like, damn it. I want to see Adam Cole with the boys. 100%. But we got to get to this match. And, of course, Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole are going to tear it down with this match. But it does seem like, okay, what's happening? Is he leaving or is he going...
I think that's what sucks. Because you know what? This has been a good show, and a lot of the things that like get you down are outside factors. And I mean, that's our job. We look into all this stuff and talk about it. But if I was just a casual, I'd love this show, watching every week.
Yeah.
Not worrying about, are you going to be taken away from me? When's your contract expiring? Who did you lose to yesterday?
Yeah.
Like, if I just watch this show, it's
still a good show.
It's a decent show.
Definitely. I'm like, all right, someone's got to win. Kyle wins. He faces what? Cross for the title, Joe for the title, whoever wins. Like, it's definitely kind of backwards considering we wanted this giant Kyle run, and it's, I don't know, it's kind of
it's faded out a bit.
We wanted Kyle versus Finn, that one-time big rematch at a TakeOver. We felt like he needed to get that win back and do it. It was like it would have been perfect, and they kind of twisted and turned here. Like Finn, now I've seen. Oh, I want to do another run in NXT. I'm like, dude, didn't you just get to SmackDown?
Did he just say that?
Apparently in interviews, like, yeah, I'd do a third run there. It's like, yeah, why did you leave the second run?
Yeah.
Should have stayed.
Oh, freshen things up.
I guess we'll see. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to the match. I can say the cage stip is a little like, all right, whatever, but these guys will kill it. We know it.
Yeah.
So is that the main event?
No, Joe Cross.
Not the Butler match. Just checking. And I'm.
It could be. It could be. It's deserving of it to be the main event, but.
We go to Tommaso Ciampa, Timothy Thatcher sitting down backstage as they're always doing, sitting in the dark. And they're talking about Ridge Holland. Ciampa says, Ridge, you're big, you're young, you're a blue chipper. This industry, they chose you. And everything is good. Everything is pure. You're what's wrong about this industry. He's basically like, hey, Ridge, you're big. And everyone here in NXT doesn't like that. We don't like these big wrestlers over here, okay? No, stop. He says, you've entered our world at our expense. So let's party. I want to face you. He says, Ciampa versus Ridge, but Thatcher interrupts him and says, with all due respect, Ridge Holland. Yeah, Ridge Holland versus Timothy Thatcher. And class is in session as Ciampa gets up and throws his
so
chair.
Angry.
And then Timothy Thatcher smiles with his teeth. I love the gimmick of the getting up and throwing the chair when you're done your promo.
Oh yeah, this
so
is
funny.
great.
It's so
These
good.
guys are great, and Timothy Thatcher is someone who, when he was signed and when he was coming in, people were worried about the personality,
right?
You know, and it's starting to come out. This partnership with Ciampa is starting to show some more comedy from him and stuff. I think him working with Riddle helped that as well. But the chemistry here really works for me. And I do like these styles of promos. It's just different. It's unique to them.
Yeah, it's something that they've created in their own thing as a solid tag team with these two rough kind of guys, right? They kind of should have won the titles. It would have been hotter to have them like as the champ. Ciampa's still super over. Like he's a big star, but Ciampa, go to AEW too. Fuck it, let's go. There you go, tie it up. That would be crazy. No, I'm just joking. Everyone to AEW. Yeah, I do love that. That's how I want to leave rooms now. Throw my chair. When I'm done speaking to you, just fucking throw it. It's kind of scary when you're caught off guard. It's a jump scare. We go to Imperium, one of their videos, but it's intercepted like right away, as they've been doing, by MSK, who are mocking them with MSK like jumpsuits with like tape and green marker over the logo. And we interrupt this message as they're posing with the music, and then they start to laugh and go, no, and then they unzip and the record scratch, and then they like what, they're wearing their real green shirts.
Yeah.
And then they start cutting promo, really aggressive and loud, and they're like, we're bringing the new IV drip, bringing the new life. If you want to be next in line, all you had to do was ask. You want this work? Well, you better risk it. If you want 2-piece sides and a biscuit, so they're saying, we'll give you a title shot, Imperium. That's what you want. And then they do the DX spray of their logo. And I'm just like, what?
Was this MSK or was this Caden Carter and Casey Catanzaro?
In DX cosplay?
Yeah, this was the first week I really found these guys pretty lame and annoying.
Yeah, it's like almost they're doing it on purpose because they're going to turn heel.
Maybe that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
And that works. Like New Day did that. Their gimmick really didn't work.
Yeah.
And then they just pushed it more and more where it got annoying. So maybe that's what they're doing. But
yeah, this is weird.
I don't think these guys are cool.
Yeah, like I do in real life.
I have before. Yeah. And now I'm like, you are not cool.
Yeah.
Maybe that's on purpose.
I feel like it's just this like over scripted kind of thing here in this situation, but very DXy with the spray and stuff. I'm like,
again, like putting on CITV after school on a Wednesday and watching some teen dramas.
We're gonna beat you. They're doing all like MTV, like just kind of weird. I think they're still great, but like definitely not. This is not the avenue they should. They need to be more.
I forgot they were champions. You know.
Yeah. So maybe Imperium takes the titles.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. I doesn't feel the hot tag feud for sure.
Yeah.
I would say I'm more into the Ciampa, Thatcher, Ridge Holland stuff.
Right. Yeah. We go to Odyssey Jones, who has an awesome theme.
Oh,
This thing
yeah.
bangs.
Oh, I was dancing away to this.
Heavy like trap hip hop song. Odyssey Jones versus Trey Baxter in the Breakout Tournament. How do you feel with all the stuff going on with the releases and stuff? If you're someone in this tournament, you're just like, well, like, fuck, man, I can be fucking fired right away.
Yeah.
Loser leaves town match every match
Yeah.
tonight. So Odyssey Jones versus Trey Baxter. Trey, who's obviously a lot smaller than Jones, is like flying around him, but it keeps getting swat around. And then he gets dumped, and then he does come back with this like DDT. There was a spot where he like jumps on his back, and they kind of lost their footing and were kind of dancing around a bit. It was kind of short because this ended really quickly with a back suplex into the rock bottom slam, and Odyssey Jones pins Trey Baxter to advance.
Yeah, for a short match, I thought they did quite a lot, and I liked how Trey Baxter, who's obviously the high flyer, was trying all the same moves he normally would against someone his own size, but the size just wouldn't let him. So every time, and I think that's why at times it kind of looks sloppy, but for me it worked because it's this small guy against this huge dude.
Yeah.
I thought Odyssey Jones showed quite a bit of personality during the match. I liked how he was like, woo, yeah, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
During it, he was very vocal throughout. Baxter, I think, really caught him on the jaw with that spin kick towards the end because his mouth was bleeding in this post-match promo.
Yeah. So he wins the match and he cuts this little promo, and Odyssey is being interviewed by Samantha, a new interviewer here. He says, first of all, what up, NXT Universe? I'm so happy I made it here. I'm going to go on to win this tournament. And look, mama, I made it, baby. So, man of the people.
Very much so, yeah. This felt like someone who was on Gladiators or something. It's like, Mama on TV, look, I made it, I did it. Rather than this character. And that might be quite endearing for him and work. I don't know how you flesh it out in this weird WWE universe, but yeah, he was endearing, I'd say.
He is. What do we like to say? Wholesome.
Wholesome.
I will say, as someone who sounds so energetic and so fly and so cool, his gear is a little weird.
It's very, like these purple and black stripes.
It's like bootleg Mark Henry gear, like the same
yeah,
weightlifting.
Well,
He looks
Mark
like
Henry
Olympic.
had kind of shitty gear.
It's like Olympic, right?
It's
like,
very like that.
It's like very Olympic style almost.
It's
like,
the short boots as well.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Yeah, I know he'll change it because he seems like he could rock some. He would look good. I think he's gonna win.
He's just waiting. It's like, how long do I have to wait before I can do like a claw and like Godzilla inspired gear?
Yeah. Our resident thick boy is gone.
Yeah.
We need another one. Damn. Well, Odyssey Jones advances. He's going to face the winner of next week's, which is...
Of Duke Hudson and Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah, so you think it'll be Carmelo versus
I think
Odyssey?
that would be a more interesting match.
Yeah.
More of like the high flyer. Duke Hudson, I've enjoyed so far. And I think he could be... I think he can be someone they're focusing on in NXT, but I don't know if him Odyssey Jones would be as interesting a final.
Yeah, I feel like it would... Carmelo Hayes is... Yeah, definitely. I see Carmelo or Jones winning it.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I see Jones.
But we could be wrong, and it could be Duke Hudson.
It could be.
Well, we go to a video of Tien Shaw, and they say Boa is up next. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, there was also... Just before this bit where William Regal's confirming that next week is MSK Imperium, but Malcolm Bivens was outside his office.
That's right.
Hanging around. And I kind of want to go back and rewatch this because I can't remember the wording, but the elephant in the room, Tyler Rust, is gone. And it's Bivens coming out of Regal's office and he's confirmed next week it's Kushida versus Roderick Strong. But I'm kind of playing out this scene in my head where it's like, hey, you let my guy go? You got to give me something here, Regal. I just been training this guy for the last how long, and then you release him? I need a match for my other client.
Yeah, true. I mean, he saw it coming that, he should be getting a title shot,
Yeah.
I guess, maybe. But yeah, no real mention of Tyler Rust leaving the Diamond Mine. So who's in the Diamond Mine? Bivens, Strong,
and Hachiman.
Yeah,
That's it.
weird. And they got rid of Arturo Huas.
Yeah.
He could have been in it. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Diamond Mine already not so diamond.
But 2 big matches next week. That should be good.
That's right. They're calling it Title Tuesday.
Yeah.
And it's going to be MSK versus Imperium for the titles and Kushida versus Strong for the cruiser title. Is 205 Live still a thing?
I think it's just Jiro now.
Every week, Jiro.
Jiro.
How do you say Jiro 05? No.
Jiro 5?
Jiro 5 Live.
Yeah.
Can't wait with his jacket.
Yeah.
I hope he got a new one after it got ripped from Ridge.
I mean,
He's got
I hope
many.
at least some of his mates' pay has gone towards a new one.
Fuck. We go to Tien Sha, or so we thought, because out comes Boa with Mei Ying and no Xia Li.
Where's Xia?
Hashtag where's Xia?
I feel like it was about a year ago where we were going, is Xia okay? Where is Xia? And now again, where is Xia?
Where's Xia?
Is Xia okay?
Is she hurt?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. She may have been hurt, but she's always posting on Instagram.
Didn't she have a dark match on Raw recently?
Did she? SmackDown?
One of them, yeah.
Xia Li? What, they're going to bring her up without these good people?
Well, they're calling Aaliyah up. We're still asking for that tag team.
Okay, because it's the little things here, people. I mentioned when Jeff Hardy beat Karrion Kross, I was mad. That was a little thing for me, but it was a big thing. Just like Mei Ying, just getting up and walking down to the ring, being like, "All right, Boa, I'm your manager now." Wait, what? Because like a few weeks ago, it was like, "Oh my God, Mei Ying stood up."
Yeah.
Now she's like, "Hey, how's it going? I'm Mei Ying. What's going
Boa
on?"
needs a bit more help than
What
Xia.
the fuck?
I think that's it.
It's the little continuity things that make the difference, and you really broke my heart here. Someone messed up the continuity here, and it just like really all this. Look, I know this shit's silly. I know it is, but you can't be doing this. It just breaks my heart. So Mei Ying's just like, yeah, I'm gonna stand up and walk around because
I think it's just different methods of parenting with the different kids. Xia Li, her way is like Xia is like, I just always wanted you to say you're proud of me. And she was always looking disapproving, just in her seat, just watching.
Yeah.
Never really commenting. Whereas Boa, she knows for Boa to be better, he needs encouragement.
Right.
So he's like, come on, Boa,
Okay.
you've got this.
I don't know.
And Boa got this.
Well, Boa, are you ready? Keeping the theme of the night going.
Can we just appreciate for this moment a Boa singles match here?
Boa singles
These
match.
don't come too often.
No, only in breakout tournaments. Like
Yeah, I
we did last
guess,
time.
yeah.
Boa's going up against Drake Maverick. And everyone was like, oh, right, okay. The theme of the show continues. Drake Maverick attacks Boa here with these knee strikes, but then runs into this huge like palm thrust from Boa, just leveling him. Boa then does these like huge arm lift, almost like what Undertaker used to do before he set you up for old school, where he like lifts you in the air, and then twists your arm and slams him back down. Drake gets up on his shoulders and hits him with this Rana kind of into the corner. There's then a huge tope con, like off the top turnbuckle to the outside onto Boa from Drake, which looked great.
Looked awesome, actually, yeah.
It did, honestly. But Boa somehow distracts the ref, and Drake turns around, and Mei Ying is standing there. Mei Ying vapes in Drake's face, which then causes some, I don't know what was in this vape, but it causes some distress. He's back in the ring, eats a roundhouse kick, and Boa pins Drake.
I thought this was the best we've ever seen Boa look, actually. I think putting him against Drake, someone who's pretty tiny, was quite effective because it made Boa just look like this monster in the ring there. I quite enjoyed the arm work as well, as you said, that kind of Undertaker lift thing, but he didn't let go for a while as he's still delivering all these strikes. He definitely stepped up because he's someone who's looked incredibly green most of the times we've seen him. And I'm not saying he's a fully polished performer now, but I'm seeing something.
Yeah, he looked cool here. His gear was cool. He did the roundhouse kicks and stuff. Like, he looked like he was more of a killer than we've seen him before. It's just the Mei Ying thing. It's like, okay, so now we've seen her vape in people's faces, but now she's just like hanging ringside and then blows the smoke in his face and whatever. It's like, okay, classic wrestling, really. But yeah. So what? The whole theme of the night was loser leaves town match because that's been the theme of NXT for the past few weeks. I said Bobby Fish last week.
Well, did you see Drake Maverick's Twitter today?
Did he put a video of himself crying?
No, he put like this GIF which was just like, "Do it, go on, kill me now." And then he's up against Boa tonight.
But like, yo, the video of last time he got released, the video got him back, and that angle was so hot, and they kind of like downplayed it. And I'm not saying Drake Maverick's like the be all end all in hot shit in wrestling, but he's clearly knows how to like work and clearly knows how to talk and stuff. I hope he somehow. I feel like he's someone who would benefit with leaving now. You put him on NXT UK or something. First of all, but go somewhere else. He could go back to Impact. He could be.
He would be. He's such a good talker as well. He would be beneficial wherever. He has to really. I'm not saying I hope this guy gets released. I'm saying if he does in the near future, have him in the Super Juniors.
Have him against Toriano. No, that's not
Bushi.
Yeah, I feel like he should do a video like parodying his video last year. Like maybe this time like laughing hysterically or something. Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
He's got to go feud with EC3 in Ring of Honor. That's what Drake Maverick's gonna do.
Yeah. Vaping.
So, yeah, vape. I love to see some vaping.
So pour one out, Drake Maverick.
Mei Ying should. I mean, they lost Xia Li, and Mei Ying's doing all the vaping. She should hang out with Big Show. They should do a vape off or something. I wonder what would be so bad if she's vaping in his face. Maybe it's like weed smoke, and he just can't handle it. His tolerance is like
Tian Show.
Tian Show would be the ship name for Big Show, and yeah, that'd be good. That'd be great. But yeah, I hope Xia Li comes back to the squad.
Yeah.
Like, it's not over yet. It's still moving pieces of this story.
I think she might be moving on.
We go to date night. The last date night here. Indy and Dexter, and it cuts to Indy just being like, "Oh, Dexter, ha ha ha, OMG, you're so funny. I could talk to you all night." And she says, "Oh, I've left room for dessert." So in comes a cake that's placed, but we recognize the voice of this server, this waiter, who's like, "Oh, hello." And he puts the cake down, and it's Johnny Gargano with a wig and mustache, pretending he's an Italian server who calls himself Jean-Paul.
Yes.
I thought he said Jean-Paul Levesque, but Jean-Paul Gargano here, the server. And
wouldn't this be a French restaurant then?
Jean-Paul,
Well, they might be in a French.
He was trying to be Italian, right?
Yeah, but Jean-Paul is
More French, I think.
yeah.
Man, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Was he trying
And
to be
I'm pretty
French
sure
then?
the music was French.
Was he
rather
trying to be
than
French
Italian?
Because I thought he was trying to be Italian.
Well, he is Italian.
Like, to me, he looked like Mario. Like, if I had Photoshop, I would have put a Mario hat on him, no problem. But
He's at a French-Italian fusion restaurant that does chicken tenders.
Calamari. I mean, everywhere does chicken tenders for the boring people in life. But sorry I offended people. But you go to a fancy restaurant, you don't order chicken fingers. You order something nice. So the cake is there. Indy realizes it's Jean-Paul Gargano. They're fighting over this cake, and of course the cake goes flying all over Dexter. He's covered in cake. He got cake, Steve Aoki. And Johnny runs off. She tells him to buzz off, and she looks at Dexter, who's covered in cake, and says, "Don't worry, Dexter. I told you I got room for dessert." As she starts to wipe off cake off his face, leans in for a smooch, and blocks the camera as date night ends. Damn, look at Index go. Damn.
You know, at first I wasn't sure about these, but this was a masterpiece. Well, Andrade is facing Kenny Omega this weekend. Johnny Gargano is in a fucking wig, pretending to be a French or Italian waiter.
Mamma mia. Wow. Yeah. What the fuck? Okay, so it cuts to the commentary who are like back at the arena and they're like,
Where's Beth? We need Beth this week.
Wade goes, oh my goodness, this is X-rated. I can't believe we're airing this. It's like, yeah. So Johnny pretended to be Italian or French and is in the wig. And yeah, I'm like, I 100%, it's cringe, but it's like, I love it and hate it at the same time. It's like, it's so stupid that it's funny at the same time. It's really, this one was my favorite because it's just like, what the fuck is going on?
Sure.
What a week where everyone's like,
They should have gone to the sushi restaurant again.
What did you prefer?
That would have been, you're talking about continuity?
Yeah,
that would have
yeah,
been continuity.
yeah.
They walk in and the fucking like squid and wrapped up toilet paper and whatever is still on the floor from Zoe. There's like a patch just on the wall, like a stain of the squid she threw. That
They
should have
went to the same sushi place, and it
Should be a running
And the
gag.
server could have been like, last time we had some NXT people in here.
It's kind of weird.
What did you prefer? The sushi? The sushi was worse. The sushi restaurant was worse.
Which might have made it better.
No, this was better. It's still weird. It's still ridiculous.
I don't know. The sushi thing was so bad that I got some weird pleasure out of it. Like watching The Room, you know?
That's how I felt
Whereas
with
this
Johnny
was
and the
this
mustache.
was just fine.
Like, we all know I'm a Johnny fan. I'm a Johnny super fan. I'm a Johnny Mark. Whatever he does is great, but usually I'm in for the wrestling, and this was not what I want
Well,
from
I
him.
think that's what's disappointing. This is what Johnny's doing. It's just this. And the culmination of this, I assume, will just be another match against Dexter. And I don't want that.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at the picture of Johnny with the wig and the mustache again. It's so fucking ridiculous. That's it. Johnny needs to go to AEW. We've decided everyone's going to AEW. That's it. That's all. Wow. Sean Paul the waiter. We go to Karrion Kross. It's a video for his match with Samoa Joe at TakeOver with some interviews mixed in. Great editing here. Kind of like a Prime Target. And Kross says, you don't have any idea who I am. And Joe thinks he's different, but we're not so different. We both like to hurt people, but Joe is pretending he's changing things. He wants to control things. Joe says, it's not about the title. I just want to fuck him up. That's what Joe says. I don't care. I want to beat this guy up, put some respect in him. Kross says everyone falls victim, and next week is a face-to-face before their match at TakeOver. So, yeah. I mean, it kind of writes itself here.
I am pumped for this match. This they did the right thing. I think it's all set. There's not much more story you need to tell. I always think NXT do these videos well, and despite what's happened on Raw, I am looking forward to this, and I don't think it's a foregone conclusion that Joe does win. So I do have some curiosity into who's going to win this, especially with all these big moves happening right now.
Yeah. We get another promo for Dragunov and his match, but his match is next in the main event. And then they remind us about Title Tuesday next week, meaning all the matches that won't fit on TakeOver will just be on TakeOver Tuesday, or Title Tuesday. But main event time, Pete Dunne versus Ilja Dragunov. And I can't tell you how much I miss Pete Dunne's old theme song. This one is very weird. It's got these weird horns. It's trying to be the old theme, and then it has these horns.
I
this
can't
melody.
say either have done much for me.
His old, it was better. Trust me. This one completely sucks. He needs to just get a completely new one. It's so weird. It's like these horns. It's like a heavy rock song trying to be that old heavy rock song, and then there's weird 80s horns that come in.
Right.
Like, bah, 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 and it's like, why? What? Dragunov though, what's his theme? Is it the Russian anthem?
I don't know.
Because he's coming out singing.
It sounds
it
like
and
something. It doesn't sound something written for him.
It's amazing.
You know?
It's amazing.
He's just conducting the crowd.
It's great. So these two are going to square off here, and as we expected, very technical. They're both doing takedowns on each other until Pete had enough and just smacks him in the face. Dragunov then comes back, hits his Matrix escape, and nails Pete with this huge clothesline. There's then a huge forearm in midair from Pete Dunne, stopping Dragunov in his tracks, just completely killing him as they go to commercial. When we come back, Dunne is still in control. He's doing the joint manipulation, But Dragunov comes back. The Constantine special, is that where he like bounces off the ropes and spins and hits them or something? Looks
Right.
cool. There's then these elbows from Ilja and a pump handle exploder. He goes for that Matrix move again, but Pete Dunne scouts it and then soccer kicks him. So he's doing the crab
It's
essentially.
like to the arm, right?
Yeah, so his whole body collapses onto it, which looked nuts. And then there's all sorts of like chops. He comes back. There's a senton, but there's Fujiwara. The wrestling between these two is just chef's kiss. There's like elbows. There's knees from Pete that are killing him. The armbar transitions into like arm triangles and head triangles. There's insane spot with the power bomb for a near fall, and then a forearm for a near fall because Dragunov counters the triangle, lifts him up and power bombs him. Rampage Jack.
Oh, this was nuts.
Yeah. Pete comes back and just like continues to fuck him up. There's hand stomps and all sorts of stuff. And then this move that Dragunov keeps trying to go for, this like bridging, like a pump handle, carry, deadlift, suplex thing. I don't even know what that is, but he gets it for a near fall. He goes for a senton off the top. He's setting up for something, the torpedo, but
It's his like running diving headbutt.
he's setting up for
upcut
it. Yeah.
thing he does.
But music hits, and out comes the UK champ, Walter. He's here as he starts slowly walking down the entrance here. And there's like a stare down between Dragunov, who's still wrestling, turns around, and Dunne tries to hit him with something. He eventually, I think, hits him with the
He goes for the better end, and Ilja slips out.
Yeah, and does this like leaping kick and goes for like the torpedo thing.
Torpedo Moscow.
But the distraction was too much for him, apparently, because he turns out into the bitter end from Pete Dunne. And Pete Dunne pins the number one contender to the UK title here with some weird booking. But what a match. What a match.
Yeah, like this I want to go back and rewatch, because this could be on the short list of one of my favorite TV matches
For sure.
of the year, certainly for NXT. But this was excellent. I think they've done a tremendous job. I'll get into the booking after this.
Yeah.
But I think they've done a tremendous job in these couple of weeks of making me feel this Walter Ilja match is a big deal. I said at the beginning of the show, I don't watch NXT UK all the time. I did watch that match. I will tune in to watch a Meiko Satomura match or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't watch week-to-week TV. And I think they've done enough for me to realize these two guys are a big deal, and this match is a big deal. And they kept hitting you over the head with, it's 10 months. It's been 10 months since these two have last met. The match was fantastic. It was stiff. I think Ilja is very exciting to watch. But what the fuck with the end?
The bitter
Like,
end.
it almost feels, are we not even going to get this singles match and they're just going to shoehorn Dunne into this? Because this is bizarre. If you're going to do the Walter come out and Pete win, just have him win right away. Have Walter out there, it distracts Ilja, turns around bitter end.
Done.
If you really want Dunne to win this match for whatever reason it is. But the fact that Ilja, like, kept on fighting and it didn't seem to bother him that he was out there, it made it feel like a clean win to me.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that when you've done all this, I just said, tremendous work building up this
guy.
this takeover match between these two?
Yeah.
Baffling. But I did love the match. I thought the match was excellent.
Yeah, I honestly do. If you're someone who just listens and kind of checks out the stuff we recommend, this was definitely one of these matches. The way they like I don't know. I'm sure they've wrestled each other before. I don't know, but the way they were like countering counters and doing all these crazy exchanges is like, it was so clean. Like the wrestling skill is there from these guys. Like totally. Like I would watch these guys wrestle again. Like this is a rematch down the line with bigger stakes or whatever.
There was a great line from Wade where he said, "How do you beat a man who gets better and better the more pain he's in, or
Right.
whatever? So the more you hurt him, the better he's going to come at you."
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you just play Walter's music, but
It's just weird. It's like I absolutely love this, and I'm like, man, this is great. You're right. It's like one of the best TV matches for sure this year on any show. Honestly, it was really, really good. How is this the same show where we're seeing dudes in mustaches and wigs and dates and sushi restaurants and like weird shit? Just it's a little weird.
it's variety.
Yeah,
you
variety
know?
show, I guess. But I really love this match. I'm still excited for Dragunov and Walter. Obviously, it was cool to see Walter come out here. He's staring him down. He's gonna pose off. You could do a lot here. Going down, you could do Walter retaining against Dragunov. Imperium wins the tag titles next week.
Yeah.
Walter and Imperium have all these tag title gold. Joe beats Cross, and at the next takeover, Joe versus Walter, title v title. All the power, all the gold for Imperium and Walter and Ringkampf and.
I would say this is, shows they have faith that they kind of want to keep Dunne around.
Yeah.
You know, having him go over here.
Sure.
He's not on my loser leaves town list this week. Is what I'm saying.
Dragunov either, obviously. Yeah, Dragunov needs to be like the future of this business, man. He's
great.
such a rocket.
Yeah,
like he does something that's so slick. You know, a lot of guys have their own style of how they maneuver in the ring, and it's like it shows. Like in the video games, when you create your guy, you can select stance and like how you operate, and like the best people have their own weird ways. I can see it with like your Kurt Angles or even like your Bret Harts or your Kenny Omega. The way he's like fluid in the ring and stuff. It's like this guy's like just like out there. He's balls to the wall, like slugging it, but he's so technical, like
believable as well.
Yeah,
like
and
I
then
believe the strikes he delivers. I believe his selling 100%.
Even in talking earlier today, I was like, dude, you're kind of like the full package. I know Sean and Hunter are huge on this guy. They're so high on this guy. You can see why. You're like, you should be.
He sounded great.
Yeah, and
really great showing from him
if it's
tonight.
like, if this is like,
and you know what would have solidified that? Having him fucking win.
That means he's winning the title. I kind of want Walter to retain because I want my fantasy.
Well, is this to set up for Ilja Dunne again?
Sure. Yeah. Fantasy booking here.
With Ilja as champ.
Walter beats Dragunov. Imperium beat MSK. They're the champions. Joe beats Cross. Walter faces Joe, and Walter beats Joe for the title. And then you book this long story of Kyle v. Walter.
Right.
He can take the title from Walter.
Okay.
Not the UK title, but the NXT
But he'd
title.
be both?
Maybe there's some NXT UK title. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Booking double champs and stuff, but I don't know. I just want to see Joe versus Walter.
Right.
So they're like, if they're on the same show, we need to
Yeah,
get
I
that
want to
match.
see it.
But this was a banger. Can't wait to see Dragunov tie it up with like a Kyle or like.
We forgot to mention the post match.
Walter comes into the ring, stares at Pete Dunne because they've totally got some history, and then picks up Ilja, slaps the shit out of him.
Oh yeah.
But Ilja counters the sleeper and starts like going after Walter, so Walter gets the hell out of there, but left the title. So Dragunov picks it up, holds up the UK title, and says, "This is gonna be mine. Come take over."
So he still stands tall at the end.
Just really strange booking.
But Dunne had to win. He just really had to win this week.
Yeah, like everyone was talking about that Dragunov Walter match last year, but if you watch all his matches now, you're like, yo, this guy is sick. This Dragunov kid, young chap. I can't wait to see this match. Walter Dragunov, regardless of him losing tonight, I'm psyched for that rematch at TakeOver, definitely. And interested seeing Walter here. I want him more in the mix. Like I said, I want all these other matches that we can do with Walter. This main event hit for me, like 100%. Again, you can say all the negative stuff about NXT, and I totally get it. People maybe they don't want to watch it anymore. But I say what is good wrestling, what I think is good wrestling, and this was, to me, good wrestling. So, hey, that's it.
Me too. I still think this has been on a pretty good run of good shows. You've just got to divorce yourself from the talk out there.
Or the IWC, the most wretched place on the planet. So that was NXT.
Why get bummed about what could happen?
That's right.
Let's enjoy the present, people.
Yeah, enjoy the present.
Yeah. I'm sorry Tyler Rust's gone. I'm sorry.
Hey, man. The diamond mine's already falling apart. It's sad times. I'm really still pissed about Kona. We were waiting for that comeback. AEW.
No, he's gonna come out of prison now. He's free.
He needs to be on a beach.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
I think Kona will be fine because
Yeah.
he's the finest.
Exactly. Let's go to some feedback. Join the upNXT group on Facebook if you still use Facebook. We put up a thread there. I think still on the forum as well, right?
Yes, although not many people are
They've migrated.
leaving there. So I think we'll probably just start sticking to the Facebook.
Sure. Well, I'll start with Bobby, who writes in, you suppose Malcolm Bivens is hiring, or do you think that was a subtle jab to the higher-ups? In his little thing with, I think, Regal there?
Regal.
Yeah, interesting. I'll read the second one as well. Dylan writes in, almost didn't tune in tonight after how upset I was over recent releases and the rumors of changes to NXT. If those changes are going to happen, they certainly didn't hit tonight. Dragunov done slapped, though I'm not super happy with Dragunov losing. I get that Walter distracted him, but still. Kai and Sarray slapped. Dolan's finisher was sick, and the matches announced for next week look to be bangers. Interesting note, Bivens gave his card to Casper Brothers, now known as the Creed Brothers. They were originally rumored to be in the Diamond Mine. I guess they're reverting on that.
Interesting. Okay. Was that like a .com thing?
Yeah, I did not see that.
Right.
Interesting. And he continues and ends with, and if this edit isn't too late, Odyssey Jones is money. The look, the theme, the moveset, charisma, total package, Vince's wet dream. But the CWC seems to love him too.
Yeah. We go to Sean McTeer, who says, great episode tonight. Nice middle finger to Vince and company. The opening match was great. Even though she lost it, it was Sarray's best in NXT so far, in my opinion. I also dug the segment from Kyle and Cole. They both did a great job, though Cole is clearly more gifted on the mic and has the crowd on his side. Random notes, I like how they handled the Breakout Tournament match. Baxter's strategy made sense, but Jones was always going to win and seems on track to win it all. I also loved the MSK segment. Looks like NXT finally let them loose a bit. I feel exactly the opposite. That felt very scripted. Gigi Dolin has one of my favourite finishers, and Samoa Joe had the line of the night with, this isn't about the title. I'm going there to fuck him up. Never change, Joe. The main event was predictably awesome. Some may complain about the ending, but I liked it. Walter's interference made sense, and Dunne winning was just dirty enough to keep the one-on-one in place while giving Dunne a claim to a title shot after TakeOver, no matter who wins. Plus, Ilja got one over on Walter finally. Looking forward to title Tuesday next week and TakeOver. If NXT's going down, they're going down swinging.
That's it. I like it. Corey writes in, putting aside the controversies of NXT, I'm sure that will be discussed. He likes...
I think you read this one.
No.
No. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Corey says, Sarray losing was an absolute massive bummer. I was expecting an expected loss considering she was up against Kai, but I really hope this isn't the beginning of a decline for her booking. No, I don't think so. She proved herself beyond a shadow of a doubt tonight that she should be a major player in the division, if not the title holder within a year. She has the charisma and the audience firmly on her side. It would be a shame if they just start having her eat pins left and right. No, one loss, come on, it's okay.
And it's against the person challenging for the title.
Yeah. Dunne Ilja was good, although having Ilja lose was dumb, even with the distraction. He's the number one contender for the title. He shouldn't be losing. And if they don't want him to give Dunne a loss, then book Ilja against someone who can take the loss. One thing I will say about NXT as an actual criticism that I've even had before the supposed changes is that they absolutely love booking themselves into corners with matches like the ones mentioned above. Was it really wise to have Dakota snap Sarray's streak? Was it wise to have Ilja lose despite that? It's like the beginning and the end of the show were booked by two different people.
I like that they commit to a win, you know?
Sure,
Like, it's something that I'm fed up with on the main roster, that it's always 50-50 booking, or like, how do I, like, let's do a double count out, let's do a disqualification. Dakota Kai is going against the champion. She's just beaten someone with an undefeated streak. That gives her some credibility going to her biggest match of her career.
Yeah.
The Ilja thing, I agree, was dumb, but I like that it was still relatively clean from Dunne. I feel it gives him something. I don't know, like, it's what I like with AEW. They have clear finishes majority of the time.
I don't know, a lot of people go up on those aprons though.
They do.
There's always distractions.
But you're not getting, this one is thrown out due to disqualification. This one is thrown out due to this or whatever.
Yeah, kind of what I do always say is, like, for me, it's like wrestling is all about the person just wants to win matches. That's what it's about. You want to be the champion. That's literally the only story you ever need to really do. But of course, you add in a million different things. When you watch someone like a Dragunov, his promo is like, I need to win this. It's my destiny to win. I'm here to win. I'm here to wrestle. It's like, that's what the gimmick kind of was. Maybe that's why I'm super into that and stuff. But yeah. I think there's one more.
Okay, we go to Magan, who says, the past weekend was pretty hard to shake off, so much so I deleted the Twitter app so I can control myself from having to doom scroll about any potential sea changes from the old man.
He's taking
so
it
I
too
went
hard.
into tonight with this dark cloud hanging over NXT. Magan,
Come on.
it's a TV show.
It's wrestling.
It's wrestling.
Come on, man.
Come
It's
on,
wrestling.
Magan. It's all right.
It's okay.
It's all right. There's other wrestling shows out there.
You just really loved Tyler Rust.
Yeah. I'm sorry Tyler Rust is gone. I keep saying it. This was a pretty good episode. Dakota Kai versus Sarray was good. Two despite miscasting Kai and Gonzalez. Okay, agreeing with the kind of miscasting there. Sarray's someone to get behind down the line, and I hope she's not forgotten about. There were some good squashes. Gigi Dolin looked very good. The Grimes Knight saga is reaching its apex, and Kyle O'Reilly going to a 2 out of 3 falls match will be a sign about Adam's future post-takeover. The main event between Dunne and Dragunov was physical. It was a showcase for non-viewers of the UK brand. What Walter Dragunov 2 needs their attention. It'll be match of the year again. Yeah, I could see it definitely being that.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a lot of people who are like, so, you know, that could always, you're looking for the high.
Yes.
Yeah, right. But no, it'll be great. I can't wait to see that.
It was our match of the year, as voted by you
Voted by
last
all
year.
our upNXT experts. That's right. So that's feedback. Thank you guys for writing in. That was upNXT. We talked about the supposed funeral that everyone's talking about of NXT, but we're still fighting. We stay committed. We're NXT friends till the end.
For life.
There you go. NXT friends till the end.
Yeah.
That should be on a shirt or something.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So thank you guys. We'll continue to talk about NXT until its last dime, until the CWC closes its doors or full sales stop, whatever it is. We got you. We'll talk about other things too, like on our Patreon. Only $5 a month. Go subscribe to all the other stuff we talk about, movies, wrestling, and we'll be back tomorrow with Dynamite.
Yes, 10:15 on Twitch, twitch.tv/upnextpodcast with BD Elite. And make sure again to check out Shot in the Dark, John Cena covering all the wrestling shows that former NXT stars will be on very soon.
Yeah, Dark, he watches Elevation, he watches Impact, MLW, NWA, everything. In 15 minutes in a podcast on this feed, he wraps it up. I'm sure he'll be talking
He wraps it up, does he?
Well, no, he's got a kid. I don't think he does that.
Oh.
We got to take shots at him now because we're against them. It's us against them.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah. Listen to Cino. I want to listen to him this week because I want to hear what he has to, what's the deal with the Acclaimed. Some of the things that were happening over there. So listen to him.
Maybe talk about that on BD Elite tomorrow.
Yeah, Cino, he's just a good hand. You know, he's just a good hand here. He covers everything on Shot in the Dark, and you should go listen to it. He's cooking up something in the post upNXT world. He was talking about the show Heels. But
Okay.
I've said too much.
Interesting.
I've said too much, and that's not for me to say. So go check out that show. It's free on this feed, as well as BD Elite. Yes, we talk about Dynamite as well. If you want a different take, to hear us talk about Lance Archer and his peanut butter tuna
Yes.
and all that
I
shit.
started listening to his podcast yesterday.
He was talking about it?
I've not got to that bit yet, but
Okay.
I'm very excited.
Yeah. So go listen to us talk about Dynamite. And hey, if you watch these things on Tuesdays and Wednesday nights and want to join us on the Twitch chat, the chat's always fire because we love to hear your thoughts and stuff and join us and see what we look like and all that stuff. But we appreciate you. So thank you guys for listening. We got to hang out with the post wrestling people this week, the Toronto people, and for all you people, you postmarks, you BDE universe upNXT people, you're all there in spirit. One day we'll be able to go to shows again and do
Absolutely.
live events and stuff like that, and we're super stoked to do that. And congrats to Wai Ting.
Congrats.
Congrats to Wai Ting. Yeah, fuck yeah. All right.
I will go down on this ship.
Is that
I will hold my hands up and surrender.
is that the theme of NXT now?
I think
'Cause,
so.
like,
You know when we used to have songs on our show
Yeah,
for a
this
theme?
would be it.
That would be it tonight.
yeah, what would it be? Some like sad. Never mind, I'll find someone like you, which is AEW.
Yeah.
That's,
Okay.
yeah. I myself, Braden Herrington. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at @theBrady.
And you can find me at Davie Portman.
Go follow us for pictures of us in our spiffy wedding attire.
Yes.
Yeah, we looked nice. We looked fresh.
Just none taken by you.
Take care. Goodbye. Be safe. And it's NXT to the end.
Ahoy!
Baby.